What's up YouTube, this is Stack from BangingTechReviews, and in this video I'm going to be talking about my views and opinions on the newly released MacBook Pros. This was unveiled at WWDC 2012, and yeah, let's just start off with the video by looking at the left quickly. I've just highlighted features, and we've got the MacBook Pro with Retina display, and on the right we have MacBook Pro 13 and 15 inch models without the Retina display obviously. Now one of the first things we do realise is that we do not have a 17 inch model. Now I don't know why they have decided to discontinue the model, but I do have two reasons that might explain it. First being is that if you have a 17 inch model and a 15 inch model, the screen resolution is going to be higher on a smaller screen because more pixels are going to be filling that out, if you get what I mean. It's like, let's say, it's like seeing a full HD content on a 30-inch screen. You know, the screen will be much more clearer and vibrant on a smaller screen such as a 22-inch because you'll just, you know, there'll be more pixels cramped into a smaller screen. Okay, so that's my first reason. The second being is that 17-inch model I think are just generally becoming quite unpopular now. I don't personally use the 17-inch. I've got a 15.3-inch laptop. I just think 17 inch is too big. I can only see them being used by music producers, you know, or people who do a lot of editing. But then again, you do have iMacs with the 27-inch screen or 21.5. You can also use a Mac Mini or Mac Pro with the Apple Cinema display. And you know, just technology and laptops are generally getting smaller. We've got the Mac Edge that are only 11 and 13 inch, so I don't really see the need for a 17-inch laptop. So that might be another reason why they have omitted the 17-inch models. Okay, so I'll stop rambling on about the 17-inch model now. Let's actually go down and read this little slogan. So over here we've got, you've never seen anything like it because there's never been anything like it. So that's quite a big bold statement by Apple. They're saying, like, you know, you haven't seen anything like it before because obviously there hasn't been anything like it with, you know, it's been with the quad-core Intel Core i7 processor, and with it having that beautiful Retina display measuring at 2880 by 1800. I mean, that is huge amount of resolution on such a small screen, 15 inch, you know, and I just really wish I could buy it. If I had the funds, I would definitely buy it. I just want to buy it for the screen itself. So let's go down and look at the little information underneath it. A Retina display with 5.1 million pixels and all-flash architecture, quad-core Intel Core i7 processor in a design that's 1.8 centimeter thin. Now that is really thin. I think it's the same size as a Mac Air, but obviously the Mac Air's got a wedge shape, so it does become slimmer near the front of the laptop. So and it only weighs 2.02 kg, which is extremely light for such a powerhouse of a laptop. It's not just the most advanced notebook we've ever made, it's the most advanced Mac we've ever made. Wow, yeah, so okay, and at the bottom we've got the Retina display over here, so the world's highest resolution notebook display. Obviously we haven't seen anything like it on a 15-inch screen model. This is the highest resolution laptop available out at the moment. Okay, and at the bottom they've got this quite a nice little diagram. So on the left we have a 15-inch MacBook Pro, and on the right we have a 15-inch MacBook Pro with the Retina display. We've got this little cursor where you can actually look at the image itself, so I'll just go through it. It's like a Grand Canyon or something like that. And okay, over here we've got as you can see on the left the image does look a bit more pixelated, whereas on the right it does look much crisp, more finer, more sharper. So I'll just show it properly. As you can see on the right, I mean, you can see rocks. I think on the left it just looks pixelated. We can see the water more clearly, and let's have a look at the text quickly because that's one of the main things you'll be able to notice. So as you can see, we can read the text so much easier. Brush size, softness, strength, it's not pixelated at all. Yeah, and generally it just looks so much better on the right picture. And you know, we've got different options for Final Cut Pro. You can see the difference. As you can see, I'll just go through it quickly. We've got Mail. So as you can see, the text is so much more clearer when you zoom it in. And then we've got iPhoto. So let me just have a look at one of the pictures quickly. Look at these couple. It looks so much nicer with that Retina display. And last of all, the dog. Okay, so enough of that. Let's go down and let's see what it says at the bottom. So over here we've got a comparison between a MacBook Pro with Retina display and a 60-inch HD TV resolution. So that's about 1920 by 1080 obviously. Then we've got two 880 by 1800. So that's what I was trying to kind of say with the 17-inch MacBook Pro and the 15-inch, but I couldn't really explain it properly. But you do get the picture, whereas, you know, a MacBook Pro has so much more resolution fitted in a 15-inch screen. You know, it's crazy amount of detail going to be outputted by that display. And over here we've got all flash storage. It makes quicker work of everything. So, you know, flash storage, because it's going to be using an SSD, everything's going to be load quicker. The read and write times are going to be significantly quicker. So over here we've got this little chart: file copy, duplicate 4GB folder. It's nearly 4.5 times faster than a flash versus a hard drive performance. So it's extremely fast. We've got file open, which is nearly over 2.5 times faster. And system boot is almost 2.5 times faster. So, you know, so much more quicker than your standard hard drive. And the next thing we see is long-lasting battery. So we've got, with a 7-hour charge, you can keep it on 30 days standby time. That is, you know, that is amazing. 7-hour charge, 30-day standby time. So the only MacBook Pro has more than just processing power. It has an incredible amount of battery power too. So you can do more than, so you can do more than ever, all on a single charge. Matching power for power. So I'm not going to read all of that. So obviously it does have the Intel Core i7, the latest in quad-core performance. This is, I think, it does have Ivy Bridge on these new range of Macs. The only MacBook Pro comes with the fastest mobile quad-core processing on the market, the Intel Core i7. It's the muscle behind the most powerful notebook we've ever built. And as you can see over here, notebook has the power to do amazing things. 3rd generation Intel Core i7 Ivy Bridge. Yep, so it obviously has the Ivy Bridge processor with state-of-the-art 22nm single die micro architecture. Provides the fastest quad-core performance ever in a notebook. Also has hyper-threading, which is like, I believe, I'm not sure exactly, but it's something like if you have a dual-core processor, it kind of doubles it to a quad-core. So I'm going to look into hyper-threading and explain it in the description properly. Well, he kind of says here anyway, so you guys can read that. Next generation NVIDIA graphics, a flawless on-screen performance. So let's see what card is included over here. So the only MacBook Pro has a phenomenal display and a GPU to match, based on a next generation Kepler architecture. I think that's the newest chip NVIDIA are using. So it does have 1 GB of dedicated video memory. The NVIDIA GeForce GT 650M graphics processing provides up to 6 times faster graphics performance than any notebook we've ever made. So I think it's GDDR5. Yeah, I believe it's GDDR5, and 1 gig, you know, is plenty to throw, you know, your all new latest games on there actually. So over here we've got ports and connections. On the left we have SDXC card. I think the highest capacity out at the moment is 128GB, but if memory serves me right, I believe they do go up to 2TB, but they're not obviously out yet. And on here we also have a HDMI port, USB 3, and we have a USB 3 on the other side. So as you can see, they're not blue, they're the normal standard color to go with the color scheme of the MacBook Pro. We've got the MagSafe 2 power connector. I don't think it will work with the previous ones as it's slightly smaller. The good thing is we do have 2 Thunderbolt ports, so that's very good. And we have a headphone jack on the right. The feature of high-speed data transfer ready to use today. So everything about the all-new MacBook Pro is high performance. Even its I/O Thunderbolt is the fastest. It's something like 10 gigabits per second, I believe, something like that. Or I don't say anything here, but I know it's something to do with 10 gigabytes or something like that. So over here we have stereo speakers, and one good thing is we do have dual mics. I think this is to do with they're going to, you know, implement some kind of voice dictation on your Mac, because it's really popular on the iPhone, for example, with Siri. And I think, you know, it would be really good because speech will be, the laptop can pick up speech more clearly, and, you know, they might make a dictation software where, you know, when you're watching a movie you can say stop, play, rewind, etc. Or you can open up a browser just by saying something. So that'd be pretty good. We've got over here dual mics, they'll hear you loud and clear. Dual built-in microphones are great for when you want to be heard. If you're making a FaceTime call, for example, the mics reduce background noise from behind the notebook. So that's good. That's quite good because they will, you know, reduce the background noise so your voice will stand out. And when you use dictation coming this summer in OS X Mountain Lion, they create an adapted audio beam that intelligently adjusts to detect your voice instead of the noise around you. Okay, so that's pretty good. Over here we've got multi-touch keypad and backlit keyboard. And over here we've got iCloud. Pretty sure you guys know that. And Retina ready software, your favorite software as you've never seen it before. So I think they're just going to be upgraded to support the high resolution screen. Okay, let's go back up now. That's done with the first bullet point. Let's go into their design. And I'm going to make this video quite quick now because it's over, I believe, 7 minutes long already. So we've got incredibly powerful by design, thin and innovative beyond measure. MacBook Pro with Retina display. As you can see, there is a lot of difference. I think it is 20% or 40% smaller. I'm not really sure. I think it's 20% smaller. But as you can see, with the MacBook Pro with Retina display and MacBook Air, they're almost identical. But however, the MacBook Air does have a wedge shape, so it does go smaller at the end. Display so advanced, the difference is clear. Obviously, it will be really good. It's like, you know, people could tell the difference from the iPad 2 and the iPad 3. The screen resolution was absolutely amazing. The best design for the best performance. So as you can see, we've got the processor here, GPU, RAM, flash storage, and the battery compartment. So the forefront of technology built into both sides, precisely engineered down to the nanometer. See the speakers quickly. As you can see, we've got the speakers there, and we've got the mics hidden behind the grill. Let's quickly look at performance wise quickly. 4 times greater bandwidth. So let's quickly photography. We've got some charts over here. MacBook Pro with the Retina display, 5 times quicker for aperture. Media import into aperture. Video editing, let me see how many times quicker is that. With motion 5, 1.5 times quicker. Final Cut Pro, nearly 1.5 times quicker, and same with compressor compressed images. And over here we've got the design and layout. Work with more pixels per inch. That means you'll have a bigger space to work with because the pixels, you'll have more pixels. So obviously, like the icons or what the software will be more smaller, so you'll have more space to work with. Over here we've got science and engineering. Let's go back up quickly onto the next point. OS X Lion. Hardware and software made for each other. Okay, let's go back onto built-in apps. So these are the apps that, you know, everyone's aware of that's built on into the Apple software. GarageBand, Safari, got Mail over here, iCal, sorry, Address Book, FaceTime obviously because it does have a built-in camera. Let's go back and finally look at the tech specs. Okay, so over here we've got the 15-inch MacBook Pro with the Retina display and 15-inch MacBook Pro, same but with a faster processor and something, there should be something different. So I'll just quickly go over the price, quickly compare it. The lower model is $1,799, top end model is $2,299. Obviously they both can be upgraded. Let's quickly have a look at the MacBook Pro. 13-inch MacBook Pro starting from £999 and $1,249. 15-inch MacBook Pro starting from $1,499 and the high-end model is $1,799. They can all be upgraded. Also, let's quickly go back to the Retina. So we've got Retina display, 15.4-inch diagonal LED backlit display with IPS technology. So it's 2880 by 1800 resolution at 220 pixels per inch. Yep, that was 220 ppi with support for millions of colors. So 220 pixels per inch is a lot on the laptop. I really want to see the screen, you know, just to experience the sheer quality and vibrance of the screen. So it supports resolution obviously of 2880 by 1800 Retina. Scale resolutions 1920 by 1200, 1680 by 1050, 1280 by 800, and the usual 1024 by 640. Processor. Okay, can we look at the processor? So the cheaper model is 2.3 GHz quad core Intel Core i7 processor. You can turbo boost it up to 3.3 GHz with 6 MB shared L3 cache. And on the right we have a 2.6 GHz quad core Intel Core i7 processor, turbo boost up to 3.6 GHz with 6 MB shared L3 cache, configurable to 2.7 GHz quad core Intel Core i7, turbo boost up to 3.7. So you can configure it slightly faster. On the right we do have 8 GB of 1600 MHz DDR3 onboard memory. I don't know why it don't say anything on the right. I believe it comes with 16 GB. On the left we do have 256 GB of flash storage. On the right we have 512, configurable to 768 flash storage. Weight and size, obviously they're going to be the same. Height 1.8 cm, width 35.89 cm, which equates to 14.13 inches, depth 24.71, etc. Weight is 2.02 kg, which measures to about 4.5 pounds. So Intel HD graphics 4000, Intel GeForce GT 650 with 1GB GDDR5 memory and automatic graphics switching. I think what they mean by automatic graphics switching is that when you're using application that uses low graphics processing power, it will switch to the Intel HD graphics 4000. And if you're using something power hungry, playing games like Crisis, Call of Duty on your Mac, then obviously it's gonna switch to the Nvidia GeForce GT 650M. So dual display Nvidia mirroring. I can't say that word, sorry guys. Simultaneously supports full native resolution on the built-in display and up to 2560 x 1600 pixels on up to 2 external displays at millions of colors. Thunderbolt digital video output. We've got 720 FaceTime HD camera, so you can do FaceTime video calls in HD. I've mentioned the connections and expansion before, so here it is one more time. Wireless, it does have 802.11n Wi-Fi wireless networking, supports 802.11a, b, g, and obviously n. Bluetooth 4.0 wireless technology. Stereo speakers, dual microphones as mentioned, so you would pick up voice more clearly. And we've got the headphone port, support for Apple iPhone headset with remote and microphone, support for audio line out, keyboard and trackpad, multi-touch trackpad for precise cursor control, full size backlit keyboard, up to 7 hours wireless web, up to 30 days standby time as mentioned before, built-in 95 watt hour lithium polymer battery, 85 watt MagSafe 2 power adapter with cable management system, MagSafe 2 power port. So you can't use your old power adapters with the new Macs, I'm afraid, sorry about that. Included software, obviously we do get the OS Lion, includes includes mail, address book, iCal, etc. All the rest goodies. Includes iPhoto, iMovie, and GarageBand. Limited warranty and service, so it's a little bit of warranty information. In the box, you do get the MacBook Pro with Retina display, 85 watt MagSafe 2 power adapter, AC wall plug, and power lead. Printed and electronic documentation. Configure to order. So you can configure your MacBook Pro to order with these options only at the Apple online store. So we've got 2.7 GHz quad core Intel Core i7, turbo boost up to 3.7 GHz, 16 GB memory upgrade, and 768 GB of flash storage. Okay guys, so I've just quickly explained why I think the MacBook Pro is definitely a really nice piece of kit. I'm only disappointed by the price. As always, they are for the premium. They are obviously premium devices, so you do have to have quite a lot of money to purchase one. Unfortunately, I do not have the funds to buy one, but just show me support, guys. By subscribing, liking, etc. And if you can't afford the MacBook Pro with the Retina display, obviously we've got the 13-inch and 15-inch without the Retina display, which is relatively cheaper. You can get a 13-inch MacBook Pro for just under £1, £1 shy. They do have the i5 processors, 4 gigabytes of DDR3 memory, 500GB no solid state drive. We just have hard disk drive. Still pretty decent. They are still good performing laptops. So yeah, definitely if you can't afford a MacBook Pro with a Retina display, definitely look at the 13-inch or the 15-inch without the Retina display. And guys, I just kind of talked about my opinions. It's a good device, you know. If the price was a bit lower, a couple of £100 cheaper, then, you know, I'd definitely look into investing in one. And guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you find it informative. If you have any comments, please leave some comments in the comment section. Like the video, guys, favorite the video. Please show some appreciation by subscribing. And yeah, guys, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. And I know I made some mistakes. I do apologize.